Here's your daily Spurs news, opinions and headlines. Me, Harry Scarfe, football content creator, YouTuber. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you, Chris Callan, for the opportunity. Let's get straight into it. On this day in 2007, Danny Rose signed for the club. On this day in 1982, Gary Mabbutt was signed for just £105,000 from Bristol Rovers on the recommendation of Bill Nicholson. Fabrizio Romano reports that LAFC have already presented their initial proposal to Heung-min Son as the new star of their project. Decision is up to Son, and speak to Thomas Frank and clarify his future as soon as possible. Spurs will let Son decide, should I say, about his next step. Tottenham chairman Daniel Levy and a number of legends on Friday were at the Bill Nicholson gates at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium because they're being reinstalled. Football Insider report that Tottenham have reluctantly allowed Mikey Moore to leave on loan this transfer window. The 17-year-old wants to get more playing time and come back to compete for a place in the starting 11 next season. An official Vicario supporters club has been formed in Vicario's hometown of Udine ahead of Spurs travelling there to face PSG in the UEFA Super Cup next month. Mail Sport report Christian Romero will be the leading contender to become the next captain of Tottenham if Heung-min Son departs for LAFC after the club pre-season tour, which is at the current moment expected. So those are your headlines. Let's go through them. So firstly, Danny Rose. I'll never forget that debut goal against Arsenal. It was before I was born, but just a year before I was born, but just seeing it in clips, and it just must have been a magical moment. And this day in 1982, 105,000 just tells you how money has changed, unfortunately. Son looks like a real possibility now that he's going to leave, which will be incredibly sad. I'd argue sadder than when Harry Kane left the club. However, it feels right, in my opinion, to let Son leave on a high, but he does probably have a right to determine his Spurs' future. Bill Nicholson, great gates, should I say. Great to see them there. It's taken long enough, and I just think the stadium does lack that history. It lacks that identity, and I think we have a lot to be proud of in the club's history. So it's great. Not sure about the location of them. They seem out of the way, but I'm just glad that they are there, to be fair. Mikey Moore as well, really interesting one. I really admire his attitude to go out there and want to, get more minutes and try and just better him as a player, I suppose, and come back with more first-team minutes under his watch. Vicario, that supporters club, that's absolutely class. Absolutely love it. What a goalkeeper he is. You need Kinsken, Vicario put together, and he'd attribute to them both to create an incredible goalkeeper, if you ask me. And Romero, no surprise, he's the leading captain. That is your daily Spurs news, opinions and headlines with me, Harry Scarfe. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe to the channel. Proud regular here at Chris Callan's channel. Thank you for the opportunity. Please follow me at Harry Scarfe32 across all socials. Also my YouTube channel, Harry Scarfe, which contains my very own podcast too, the Scarfe Spurs podcast.